I surrender! I surrender!
Hello, you beautiful people, and welcome back to Let's Play Kingdom Come Deliverance II. I'm a bit sorry how abruptly I ended the last episode. I wanted to go on a bit more, but two things.
Wise decision.
Why should I let you go?
I surrender! You wouldn't kill me, would you?
Go!
Thank you! Prepare to fight! That's enough! You're gonna get a smack. No!
I surrender!
No, sir!
Enough!
Useless! Don't think I won't cut you to pieces.
So we leave him there. He's unconscious. That is, I don't know, that's not cool here.
For pain, exhaustion, fever, all healing remedies. I wouldn't mind a piece of that. Beautiful, but empty. No poison.
This is, I know that's an investigation and he's under arrest or something, or, you know, confined to his quarters, but that we have to investigate in his room and then need to deal with the guard there. That's kind, I don't know. Some, honestly, some quest design in this game I really do not enjoy. I'm sorry for that, but some things I think is quite, could need some refinement in my opinion. Anyways, there has been a murder case and he has been, people think it was him, our buddy Musa. So we are investigating a crime scene here, or search his tent.
There's nothing here. Musa's definitely not to blame.
Okay, Musa is not to blame. Then we are gonna take a look into the captain's tent.
God bless. Greetings to you, friend. My respects.
You silly. How did you find Chertan, actually?
We heard yelling, so we went to take a look. I don't miss nothing, see? And there was Chertan, crawling in pool of the blood and babbling something. But I don't understand their gibberish, do I?
There were two of you on guard duty, yeah? What's the other soldier like?
Him? He's a good pal of mine. The best in the whole camp. Always happy to listen to what I have to say, and that's plenty, believe me. The things I've seen since we left Prague. I'd never have dreamt of some of the things I've seen in this world.
All right.
He's the camp commander, but it looks like a pauper lives here. I reckon Grozov's fallen on hard times. Oh, that's valerian, I believe. It helps relieve pain, but it's also used to make dollmaker potion. But Chertan was poisoned with kiss of death. Or was he?
Wait, there ain't anything more to do here? Okay, fair enough. Let's have a talk, by the way. I know he's asleep. We can wake him, man.
Should we talk about Chertan's murder?
Why? Musa is under lock and key, and the king's deputy himself is coming for him. Leave me in peace, or you might end up like him.
Hmm.
Do you really want to leave everything to the king? Wouldn't it be better to show him we aren't just sitting on our arses here? Think about it. The camp's falling apart, people getting murdered. You should do something to salvage your reputation.
What the fuck are you talking about, you stinking arsewide? Get out before I skin you alive.
But I think we had a point there, right? Didn't we? Would have said. Maybe that's the wrong time for the trial thingy, right? Not when we have other stuff to do here. Down there, search, yep, crow's tent. Yeah. Okay, shall we actually do that?
Knock me up. Up. You got a damn cheek.
You're done here, you crook! Show what you're made of!
Mercy! I surrender!
So you wanted to fight, eh? Pay up, or I'll show you what we do with scum like you. Once we get that dealt with, I'll search you to see if you've stolen anything.
I didn't want to get into a brawl.
You didn't? Then why did you start one?
Because he shoved me. He shoved me. And the horrible things he said about my mother, well, rather not repeat them.
I don't know anything about any of that.
But that's just it. I wish I didn't either. Is this how you treat strangers around here?
Now take it easy. I'm sure this was just a misunderstanding.
We lost reputation, but then this is settled. And he badmouthed our mother. Yes, he totally did. Or Henry's mother. We lost reputation. That ain't bad. That ain't good. That's what I wanted to say. Here we are, right? Yes.
Oak. Dry as a bone. Nails. Is Crow planning on building a cottage instead of a tent? But they're covered in some kind of dirt. The water smells of flowers of some kind. Like roses?
Hold on. Nails, rosewater, oak bark. They're all used to brew Kiss of Death.
I'd like to ask a couple of questions about Chertan's murder.
I have a couple of questions of my own. What actually happened? Kat said Chertan is dead and Musa's locked up.
It's even more complicated than that. But I don't have time to explain it to you now. I need to ask you a couple of questions.
Go ahead and ask then, but quietly, damn it. I don't want anyone to know about it.
Where were you when Chertan was poisoned?
Where do you think? In my tent. After I helped take him to the infirmary with Musa, I went my own way.
Well, you just went off to have a nap?
No, I doubled the guard, drew up the orders for tomorrow, and made sure nobody was allowed to leave the camp. When something like this happens, people like me have lots to do all of a sudden.
It was you who came to tell us that Chertan had been stabbed, wasn't it? How did you get involved in the first place?
Me? I was close by, that's all. My tent is right below the palisade. And when the two guards found Chertan, they ran to get me.
Hold on. The two guards said otherwise. They said they found Chertan and were discussing what to do when you turned up. By yourself.
Is that what they said? It's possible. I can't remember now. It all happened so fast. And anyway, how am I supposed to remember all this shit? Maybe I heard them and went to see what was going on.
Are you sure you don't want to tell me what really happened?
All right. You want the truth, so I'll tell you the truth. In fact, I really was up top. It's because I had to keep an eye on you.
Me? Why, for Christ's sake?
You really don't know? You may have been given our colours, but you're still a stranger. I didn't want you running around unsupervised. But it seems you're a decent fella, so don't fuck it up now.
I found this dagger close to the place where Chertan was stabbed. Do you have any idea who it might belong to?
Nah, afraid not. Half the camp has one like that. Aye, but now I'll ask you something. Who do you think did it?
Yeah, I've no idea. The whole thing is strange. Nobody knows anything, but everyone's got something to say.
You can't expect it to be simple, Henry. You joined the army, so fight for fuck's sake.
I've been doing a lot of thinking about Chertan's murder.
What's that got to do with me?
Well, it's just that I found a couple of interesting things in your tent. Isn't there something you should tell me?
No, and get off my back.
Look, either you tell me everything, or I'll go and get cats and we'll do it the hard way. It's your choice.
Christ, no. Don't go anywhere. What was it you said?
You know something about the murder, don't you?
Maybe a little, but I don't want word to get out, all right?
I should probably report you. But I've got a much better idea. Let's say I'm not a great supporter of Sigismund. What if we were to help each other out?
That doesn't sound bad. A few very rich fellas paid me to blow up the camp's powder store. Unfortunately, Chertan got in the way. Why don't you let me finish the job? We can frame Grossav for the murder. I can't stand the fucker anyway.
What, accusing an innocent man? But he'll be executed.
Better him than me. So, can we make a deal?
But there's one condition. The storeroom doesn't blow up until we set off for Sedlets. I need that cannon of yours.
Ah, so that's why you're here. All right, I can arrange that. I'll prepare a long fuse and light it just before departure. With a bit of luck, we'll be long gone when it blows up. But first, we have to get rid of Grossav. I have a poisonous plant here. Put it in the chest in his tent, and at the trial, we'll say he used it to poison Chertan.
That won't be necessary. I've been in his tent, and he already has a couple of poisonous plants there.
Really? Christ, there's more to him than meets the eye. All the better for us, though. Oh, and don't try to double-cross me. Got that?
Okay. Okay, okay, yes, wait, there we go, we still can do something here. That would be in the other one, obviously. What was I thinking, right?
No, I doubt that pair of drunks could have killed Chertan even if they wanted to. Nothing out of the ordinary. There's nothing here. I reckon those two really are innocent.
I just wanna hone my skills, right? Oh, whoopsies. Blaha. It's around. Okay, I see.
Huh? Get away from that lock! What are you doing?
Oh, damn it. That might get expensive. If I can't take my... I can't wiggle my way out.
Someone was poking at
It
a
was
lock
you.
over there! Do
Give
something about it!
I surrender!
I've got you. Try to pick a lock, eh? Fucking thief.
I'm sure that looks strange, but I can explain.
I'm listening.
I noticed that the lock was covered in a layer of dirt, so I decided to clean it off.
You wanted to clean a stranger's lock.
That's right. I was a blacksmith, and if there's any job I hate, then it's fixing clogged up locks.
Ah, and what were you cleaning it with? A lockpick?
Oh, that's not a lockpick. It's a special lock cleaning tool.
It looks like a lockpick to me.
Well, they do look similar, but it's a cleaning tool. Now the lock just needs to be oiled, and it'll be as good as new.
So, you did that out of the kindness of your hearts?
Aye, why not? It's easy. If you want, we can go and see your blacksmith. I'm sure he'll tell you the same thing. That's just the way it's done.
I don't have time to talk to the blacksmith about such nonsense. The next time you decide to go about cleaning people's locks for free, you'd better tell them first. Now, move along.
Hello.
Good day. I'm sorry.
Good night. Okay, good. Yeah, we lost a lot of reputation here, I do know. Okay, prepare. Oh wait, now I finally remember what was meant with the trial, right? The trial of our buddy. Oh boy, okay, let's actually nap until the morning. Okay, yeah. Okay, we don't need to...
Keep close to the others. It's not safe here.
Why are we searched again? I don't... Search for again, I don't get it.
Right. I found out all I could. I reckon I'm as ready for the trial as I'll ever be.
My word, you're bristling with confidence. We still have some time, so calm down, or you'll give yourself a fit. In the meantime, I'll go and get everything ready.
Well then, gentlemen. I understood from your letter roughly what happened, and I trust we can settle the matter quickly and quietly. But before we get started, I have to say you've disappointed me, Sir Grosov. King Sigismund placed his trust in you, but you don't seem to be up to the task.
That's not true. I took a few tattered tents and turned them into a proper military camp. Everything here is as it should be.
Only your soldiers seem to die from time to time, eh?
There are always problems, but as you can see, I can deal with them. We caught Musa of Mali in the act. You just need to pronounce judgment.
Musa is innocent.
Christ, Henry, be quiet.
And who might you be?
That is Henry, sir. One of my best soldiers. He just doesn't know when to keep his mouth shut.
Let him speak, then. I'm sure he has something very important to tell us. Tell me, lad, why is Musa innocent, in your opinion?
Well, that's simple, sir. Musa was with me and Commander Katz at the time when Chertan was stabbed.
That doesn't prove anything.
Do you think I stabbed him? From afar?
Musa of Mali will remain silent until I personally ask him a question.
Katz and the boy were drunk. Musa could easily have disappeared for a while. Nobody would have noticed him in the dark anyway.
I find that hard to believe. But if it wasn't Musa, who did kill Chertan?
Chertan was killed by our corporal, Stephen, known as Crow.
What?
Me? Fucking hell, Henry.
Crow? That one with the mustache?
That's right, sir. He's Katz's right-hand man. I bet they're both mixed up in it.
Nobody asked for your opinion, but I am eager to hear yours, lad. And start at the beginning. What happened that night by the powder store, by your reckoning?
Crow crept up on Chertan in the night and tried to kill him. And others would no doubt have ended the same, because Crow is an enemy mercenary.
What bilge? I've known the man for years, sir.
He made it all up. Where's the evidence?
I found this dagger near the ammunition store. It's the kind the Prague soldiers carry.
And thousands of others as well. That doesn't prove anything.
Well, then I'm sure you can show us your dagger, can't you? Or have you lost it somewhere?
I don't have to show you anything, you swine.
Stop all this shouting! Listening to peasants like you two is painful, so keep it short and to the point. What happened next? You carried Chertan to the infirmary? Isn't that right, Sir Musa?
Yes, sir. There, I gave him wine to drink, and I prepared to stitch his wounds, but he died before I could.
It seems someone poisoned the poor fella.
Crow definitely poisoned the wine. Maybe Musa turned his back, and at that moment, he poured it into the goblet.
What do you think of that, Sir Musa?
It is not impossible. I had to go and get clean bandages and water to wash the wounds.
You're not going to take this seriously, are you? Ha! Even if that happened to be true, where would I have got the poison?
You brewed it yourself. I found rosewater, nails, and oak bark in your tent. Stuff used to brew a poison called Kiss of Death. And that's exactly what was used to kill Chertan, sir.
You fucker! I don't have any of those things!
That's enough! I've heard all I need to know. Katz, I hereby convict that corporal of yours for murder.
What?
Sir Grossoff, have a gallows erected.
Leave me alone!
Don't make this harder than it need be. We could have you tortured, too.
You whoresons! Just try and catch me!
You're a dead man.
Ah! Ah!
You caught him out sweetly!
Well, Lord Stieberitz, I'd say we've cleared everything up.
True. Get rid of the body outside the camp. He doesn't deserve to be buried with soldiers who fell for the king. And I apologize to you, Sir Musa, for all this unpleasantness.
My head will remain on my shoulders. That is the main thing.
You needn't have been afraid of that. Your sort get hanged. It's a waste of a blade.
I wouldn't laugh so much if I were you. You aren't up to running the camp. Under these circumstances, I can't let you remain here unsupervised.
What? I didn't do anything.
Exactly. And look where your inaction brought us. I will take command for the moment.
You can't do that.
Indeed, I can. And much more besides. I will live in the royal tent. I'm sure cats will be happy to leave it to me.
It's all yours. We won't be staying much longer anyway, will we, Henry?
As you command, sir.
Then I do command, soldier. Go and pack.
Have I got time to stop by the baths? There's something I need to sort out there.
All right, but hurry. I don't intend to make the journey in the dark just because you want to dip your wick one last time.
Okay, yes, I...
Careful. Everything all right, Sir Steve-boy?
What I did wrong is the brewing was somebody else brewed that potion. It's something I did.
For my part, I could happily have done without.
Although I think we did the right thing. Still, it doesn't feel right. You know? I don't know if actually... Anyways, anyhow, that is the way. And we could actually eat something, right? That might be quite good too. We have a bit which we can actually inject into, which Henry can inject into him, right? Not obviously meaning that in a naughty way or anything. But it is what it is.
Can I ask you something? There's something I've been wondering about for a while.
And do you know there's something I've wanted to ask you for a long time too?
Go ahead. I have nothing to hide.
All right then. You know, I don't know that much about you. Where are you from? What about your family?
I grew up in Skalitz. It was a small mining town on the Sasau River. My father was a blacksmith.
Was?
Was. One day Sigismund's army came, and now he's dead. I managed to escape, but my father, Ma, Bianca...
I'm sorry. I didn't want...
No, it's all right. I ran, and our master, Sir Radzig Kobyla, took me into his service. And then it turned out that my father was not actually my father, but Radzig was.
What?
Yeah, I know. It's a bit complicated. Well, and here I am, in the service of a lordling who always has one foot in jail.
I reckon each of us has a cross to bear. It's just some people can talk about it, and others can't. I'm sorry about what happened to you, believe me. I mean it. But I admire you for telling me. I don't think I could have done so. Thank you.
So what do you know about Zizka's past?
I don't know what to tell you about him. After all, you can just ask him yourself, can't you?
All right. But what's it like working for him?
It's liberating. Yeah, that's the right word. It's bloody liberating. He's definitely not a bastard who would betray you for coin, if that's what you're wondering.
Good to know.
Aye, Jan is simply a man who goes after what he wants with a sword in his hand. If he ever wants to kill you, he will. But not by stabbing you in the back. Trust me on that.
I already told you everything about me. So what about you? Will you tell me now where you met Zizka? What brought you together?
I'm sorry, but I just can't. Please don't take it the wrong way, but don't ask me about this.
It's happening. The Praggers are leaving for Sedlets.
At last, I won't have to wash the Cumans' asses anymore.
Tell Zizka everything, so they're ready for the ambush.
I will. But be careful once it all starts. I wouldn't want Dry Devil blowing your brains out by mistake.
Okay, leave the camp with cats. I would not like to do anything else, but you guys, that is then actually a perfect spot to end today's episode and leave this wonderful camp where we lost in the last couple of episodes, at least in today's and in yesterday's, a lot of reputation. That's too bad, but it is what it is. And that's sometimes just the way. Right for now.
Why is it you look, different?
Me? All of you in this country are strange. I've traveled the world over, but there were never people so...
Pale.
limited. Your medicine, physics, and astronomy burned together with Rome. In short, you are barbarians. Though kind-hearted barbarians.
Tell me about your travels. About those big cities and the people living there.
Well, for example, people in my world are educated. Not like in yours. And education is the greatest wealth there is. So what would you like to learn, my friend?
Where did you learn everything?
In many places. A real scholar must know the world. But I learned the most in Timbuktu, in my country.
What's it like there?
The foundation of education is to learn how to read and write, so that you can study the Quran. You can get this foundation in one of our mosques. There were originally two, but after I left, I heard they built a third. If you want to continue your pursuit of knowledge after that, you would have to find a teacher and study in his private library.
Okay, we are gonna put away another 1,000 of corrosion for alchemy. We are gonna part then with a bit more to again teach
I'd like
me.
to learn a few things.
A fine idea. Education is the greatest wealth you can obtain. That's why it comes at a cost, my friend.
I'd like to be able to heal people like you do.
And what's stopping you? Find some books and a master to guide you. That's all you need.
And couldn't you be that master?
I don't have the time or patience for that, my friend. But I can give you a few tips. Now, pay attention.
Silly doggy.
Okay, but guys, that is then actually right now gonna bring us to the end of today's episode. And you know it, I, as usual, really thank you for watching. If you guys actually do have enjoyed today's episode, then please give me a little tinsy thumbs up and subscribe, and hopefully I see you in the next episode. Until then, I wish you all a wonderful day. Stay frosty. Bye.